even have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and All right, we're hot, hot, hot. Mr. Henry Tyler, he's the president, general manager, the trainer of all the staff. He puts us on the air, and when I'm not being professional, if I'm doing something that's not correct on the air, guess what? He believes in tough love, and he will come out and you'll see a hand reach out and touch my head. And I can tell you this. It's not a love tap. He tells me that, Billy, you are a professional. You are competing with all the other folks on television. I'm not competing with the folks here at this station. No. I'm competing with all of the people that are on television, all of the people who are on radio, because this is what I am born to do. I am born to bring it to you live. I'm bringing it to you like nobody else really can. Yes, sir. I'm bringing it to you like nobody else can really do it. You know, anybody can get behind the microphone, but you got to have a skill set. I'm trained. I have been a professional for many, many years. And I'm here to continue bringing you the best on the mic. Now, I know people look at me sideways and say, man, how can you say that when all these other people on the mic saying they're the best? Yeah. Because remember, if you don't believe that you're not the best, then get the heck out of here. You shouldn't be on the microphone. I don't care what program you're on. Because this is competition. This is not just for rookies to get up here and say, I was on television. No. There's plenty of people on television. There's plenty of people doing podcasts, etc. But we're on television. And there's a presentation style that people want to see, that people want to say, I'm with that person. I want to watch that show that comes on Sundays from 8:30 to 10 on Sundays. I want to watch that Billy E. Jones, that Talk Beat Jones. And you know, family, I moved my program. I moved my time of my program. I moved the day of my program to Sundays. Why? Because Sundays needed to be infused with some live programming. So I decided that I would come here on Sundays to start waking people up, getting people excited, letting them know that you can call, you can wake up and you can call. You can talk. You don't have to wait till Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday to talk. Come on, join me now. Come on, join me now. Call somebody in Detroit, in Highland Park, and tell them to get up. Are you calling that guy? You know that guy, Billy E. Jones. He be kicking it live. I'm going to kick it real. I'm hopefully that I'll get this call so that I can get it going. But in the meantime, let me ask you a few questions here for these people that are, did you know they talk about there is this opiate situation? Well, you know, where do they get the opiates from? They get the opiates from legally prescribed medications by the doctors. Did you hear me? They're getting their opiates from the doctors. And the doctors continue to make money because they keep prescribing these opiates to these folks so that they can continue to have their lifestyle. Huh? The people that you are trusting and the people that them other folks was trusting was simply looking at them as an ATM machine. Come in, take this, let me prescribe it, get paid. I'll get paid. You can go out and get high and whatever you're going to do. Do you realize that the head of the Medicaid program was suspended Because of what? They said that that he was found to be overly prescribing opiates to his patients. Now, this is the person that's over the Medicaid. Doctor. So now, did you think that the marijuana situation was not going to be all over the United States? Did you not think it was? Did you really understand? Did you understand? Let me slow it down and give you an understanding. The doctors were the ones that was telling you to come in and get a physical or tell them what's wrong. Your eye twitch, you can't see that well, you got a bad whatever. I'll write you a card so you can get some medical marijuana. So guess who was in the back running these operations? Who's in the back investing in these operations? It's the people with the money. As I said, it's the doctors that was the engine behind wanting to make this the business. But that's not all. You had all of those folks that was looking at making this money in making the marijuana into a food substance, into a medical miracle type of substance. And it's worked. And it's working. You see, when you have a certain industry that says we can find a way to make more and more money, they can do it. Money, as we were growing up, they said money makes the world go around. And they used to say that money will sometimes make people evil. Well, money makes some person says, well, I don't have enough money. Look at all the fraud that's going on in these big industries, these big companies, these people who are being trusted to operate companies' business. Fraud, 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 fraud. But guess what? They're not charged. I'm speaking of people who are being charged with fraud from these companies, these businesses, etc. But they're not being sentenced the way you or I would be for doing something really stupid. Why? Because there are good people that simply made a mistake. Simply good people that made a mistake. Did the people that's working for Donald Trump, his aides, did they say that they made a mistake when you've got this huge ship called the USS John McCain? The USS John McCain, honoring Mr. John McCain, a war hero who served this country. And Donald Trump could not even go to where the ship was stationed, and his aides did not want him to see the ship, the name on the ship, USS John McCain. Why? Because this baby boy was going to pull a tantrum, they felt, and they took the ship. I'm not sure if they covered his name or just moved the whole ship so that Donald Trump would not see the ship. Is that something or what? A grown butt man, because he did not care for John McCain, are you going to tell me that as the president representing every United States citizen, as well as folks being here that are waiting to become citizens, his people don't even want him to see the name of John McCain because he may go into a temper tantrum? Folks, that's your president. That's your president. And everyone who comes to deal with Donald Trump, if they are not in lockstep with Donald Trump, he has a tweet and a conversation that is just cruel to those individuals. And this is the president. Huh? Come on, somebody, help me now. Help me understand how this man can be so powerful with his base. And people are saying, well, because of the things he's doing now, he's going to lose his base once again. Stupid is stupid as. And I'm saying stupid A-S, A-S, not the other word. Because that's the way they roll. And they tell me that there's a white folk fear in America about being displaced. Well, what is it that they do? What is it that they're doing? They're making sure that for all the years to come in the future, when they potentially will be outnumbered, outpopulated, they hold all the powerful positions, the Supreme Court nominations, the federal court nominations, people that are nominated and are in office, all of the powerful positions in the Congress, in the Senate, in the legislature. They want to make sure that they control everything. And if you are not watching, and if we're not being controlling the aspect of who may be the president of these United States in 2020 going forward, us, the people who say we should be in control, you can forget that prospect. You can forget that prospect because you have Donald Trump that will become more of an iron fist controlling what's going on in these United States of America, therefore, in what is going on in the world. And by him setting up all of these situations and imposing all of these situations of tariffs, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm angry. I'm angry. And you should be angry. But it's a controlled anger. It's an intelligent anger. That's saying, we always are saying, when we come together. Well, how many years have we been saying when we come together, and we have yet to come together? Is the theory flawed because everybody that has a group of people want to be the controlling person? That you can't get groups of people to come together, and it becomes a process of saying still, who's going to be the leader? Who's going to control the money? Who is going to control the forum? How are we going to come together when we can't get those particulars sewn together? And the other folks are listening, saying, listen to them. When we come together. Is that an excuse? Is that an excuse when you continue to hear us talk about when we come together, if we come together, this is what we can do? Aren't you tired of hearing when we come together from the leaders and what we can do? When you listen to them, our leaders, each one have their own territory that they basically stamp as their format, their forum, their space, their base of people, the people that believe in them. Well, folks, we need to understand we have the chief of this country that don't care about anyone but himself and his own personal inner family. I mentioned to you very early on the onset, when he was running for the office of president, I said the man is the person, he's the apprentice king. And what is it that he will do? You're fired. If you're not in lockstep, and if I place you in a position of power, and if I tell you that this is what I want you to do, so that it's not me doing it, but it's you doing it, Mr. Barr, the Attorney General, well, if you can't do the job, guess what? You're fired because I will talk about you. I will make you feel like you are less than a mushroom until you decide that you need to get out of that office yourself. If not, I will fire you. And as I stated to the people way back, he will continue to fire folks until he finds the persons that will stand up back to back with him no matter what it is that he's going to say, how it is that he says he wants things done, and they're going to do it. And when he's talking about we're going to charge you 5% tariffs going up to 25%, that's the scare tactic. What? Scare who? Scare these countries, because he knows, he is aware of what this will do to not only those countries, but to the United States of America as well. But the people who are saying, oh, that's going to cost us, they're saying billions of dollars. Hey, well, you better tell those people that they better jump in line, or guess what? They're fired. But they're not fired by losing their job. They're fired by making them pay more money on doing business with the United States of the America. That's your Donald Trump, folks. So you better get ready. You better get ready. And people continue to talk about Hillary Clinton. They continue to talk about Hillary Clinton. Somebody may need to straighten me out. You know, as a youngster, sometimes they had to take me and pull me up by my bootstraps. Didn't have any strings in them. They just pulled me up by the bootstraps. The boots, you know, that you stuck your foot, you put your foot in the boot, and that back part, they just kind of lift you up and straighten you out. Somebody may need to straighten me out about if Donald Trump continues to be able to be independent when he, from his own bedroom, can tweet out world policies. And people are saying, Don. Come on, baby boy. You can't do it. It's done. It's done already. Because it's going to be my way or no way. Because when I leave this office, and guess what? If I have all of the dictators around the world on my team, it may not matter if I don't win the election. Going back to Hillary Clinton, somebody may need to straighten me out again, as I stated, as I was speaking. Did not Hillary Clinton win the popular vote? So when they say that Hillary Clinton lost the election, did the citizens of the United States of America, by so many millions of voted for Hillary Clinton, but it was the Electoral College that put him in? Huh? Somebody need to help me now. Help me, somebody, to understand that if we're saying that us as the people, we are in charge, if us as the people who are in charge voted and gave Hillary Clinton more votes than Donald Trump, then how and why? Oh, the Electoral College, them white folks that is put together and put there to be their safety net in America. Isn't that how George Bush was able to say, we got this? We got this. We got to be careful, family. We can't fight amongst ourselves. We can't do that. We can't fight amongst ourselves because Donald Trump is looking for his next term already. Because remember, if I can put the squeeze on everybody now, and everybody's saying, come on, Don, come on, lighten up. And as they get closer to the election process, and Don, Mafia Don says, okay, well, let's take that off of that group, take that off of that country, take that off, and everybody's saying, whew, now we can make this money again. Don, you all right with me, babe? Yeah, I think we're going to keep you in office because you're helping us make this money. How about that? Well, family, as we'll continue to rule, and roll right along, you're watching the Billy E. Jones, Talk B. Jones, and we're on Sundays. Again, Sundays was not an active programming here at the station. I'm going to tell you the truth. The programs that was here were not active programs. They were not the programs that people could wake up, and want to call and talk because they wanted to give information. Wonderful programs, great programs. As we will have some wonderful, great programs coming on today after Billy E. Jones Talk B. Jones show. That's what we're doing. We're here to build up the Sunday format on this TV station. So as you continue to watch, please go out and tell your friends. Tell your friends on Sundays from 8:30 to 10. It's a live program. It's a live program, and from anywhere, period. Let me give you those numbers one more time. Let me give you those numbers one more time. The number that you can call on a Sunday live from 8:30 to 10, it is 313-868-0342. One more time, 313-868-0342. Second number, 313-868-0351. Once again, 313-868-0351. I have a third number. Yeah, these are live numbers. I have numbers at the studio right here where you can call not just one line. I've got not just two lines. I've got three lines that anytime you choose to call in, I've got you covered, babe. 313-868-4336. 313-868-4336. And Billy, people say, well, sometimes, Billy, why do you say babe? Well, you know, I come from that sporting world. I come from the athletic world. And, you know, we're touchy-feely, and we use words of endearment. And babe can be men, babe can be women, babe can be anybody. So to me, it's a universal term. It does not have any sexual connotations to it. So it's just a word of endearment to say that we're all working together, such as when I'm using the word bro. It's a word of endearment, showing that there is a close affiliation that I feel for you. And I hope that you'll feel that same particular way for me. Hi, family. This is Billy E. Jones. This is Talk B. Jones. And can I get your first name and what's on your mind this morning?
Good morning, Billy.
Good. Oh, Agnes Hitchcock?
Yes.
Call him out?
Call him out. That's
oh,
right.
My goodness, folks. Y'all got to get ready. But, Agnes, you know what?
What?
I'm going to give you 3 minutes before I have to take this commercial break, so I'm going to just shut up as you get ready to let them know what you're going to do when we come back from break. So talk to me, Agnes Hitchcock.
Okay, first of all, Billy, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on your show previously to encourage your listening audience to attend the Black and Island Policy Conference.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to let them know that you stand up in JD's place always when it comes to call them out.
Yes, ma'am.
You allow me the opportunity to talk to your visitors, and we had results from that.
Thank you.
So I just want to thank you for that and
thank
the people who came out.
And Agnes, make sure you let your folks know that they will be able to listen to what you're saying today on our repeat broadcast tonight from 8 to 9:30, and also we have rebroadcasts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays at various different times. So we try to make sure that the people from various different times can hear what you're saying, and I also want to be very, very clear that as long as I am on this microphone and I have Billy Jones Talk B. Jones show, that you will be a part, whether you're able to come into the studio or if you have to do what you are doing now, call in, because the people wants to know what the people want to know. They want to know what's going on with Call 'em Out and Miss Agnes Hitchcock.
Thank you so much, Billy, for always being gracious. And thanks WHPR, too, because if it wasn't for WHPR, you wouldn't have the opportunity to invite me to keep the people informed about what we do.
That's right. That's right.
And we always, our mission has always been to hold elected officials accountable to the people. That was it.
Yes, ma'am.
We didn't want any friends. We wanted good government for the people in the city of Detroit. So that's always been Call 'em Out's mission, and it always will be.
Well, you know, Agnes, I'm just so proud of you. I just love you to death. You are the fighter that I'd jump in. You know, if I was capable of saying, this is my woman, this is my leader, this is the person that I respect, this is the person that I would jump in the fire with, guess what? It would be Miss Agnes Hitchcock.
I want to thank you for that, Billy. The thing is, I think that everybody in your listening audience and in the city of Detroit knows the difference between right and wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
If we don't do what's right, it's because we choose to do that which is wrong. It could be because we choose it for self-interest most of the time. I don't believe that there's anybody in Detroit. Now, here's one for you.
Okay.
To think about over your commercial break. What do you or your listeners think is going to come out of a charter revision that would benefit the black people in the city of Detroit?
Woo! Let's put a pin in that right there and hold it. We're going to bring that back and let you turn loose right after the commercial break that we're going to prepare for, Agnes. And I want you to hold on. And again, we'll have about 20, 25 minutes. And I want you to really feed them some good stuff from you. And let me be, you know, because this is schooling time, y'all. This is schooling time. Get your pencil, get your paper ready. And Agnes, just before we go to commercial break, in case somebody's going to want to contact you to find out more about Call 'em Out, can you give a number for them, please?
Sure. That number is area code 313-874-2792.
Oh, Agnes.
Again?
Yes, because what you did, you went into your real kind, nice, sweet voice. Give me that Agnes Hitchcock Call 'em Out voice, please.
Area code 313.
Okay.
874.
Talk to me.
2792.
That's what I'm talking about. And family,
right.
You stay tuned and tell your friends they still got time. You still got time to hear what Miss Agnes Hitchcock Call 'em Out wants to tell you right here on the Billy E. Jones Talk B. Jones Show on WHPS TV 33. Be right back after these commercial announcements. Don't go anywhere. In fact, call somebody. All right, be right back. Have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and
You can have your own party on TV. Party with R.J. Watkins and the TV33 family when you hold your own Facebook watch party. Connect all your friends with our friends, and we can have a watch party together. Watch your favorite TV shows when you want, how you want, with your favorite people. Here's how it works. Log on to Facebook from your computer or tablet and go to the R.J. Watkins fan page at facebook.com/TV33WHPR. The one with the blue WHPR logo on the left. Like us. Click the word videos with the red tag that says live next to it. Then click the share button at the bottom of the video player and select start a watch party. Invite whoever you want. Your party will be recorded and archived for playback anytime you want. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. At the end of the month, the viewer that has the most people at their watch party will be invited on the TV show live. Come on, let's have a party.
you wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy Jones. I want to invite you to listen, to watch, and to participate every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's right, from 9 to 10 a.m. That's the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Dr. Talk. Make sure you tune in every Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. That's Talk Beat Jones. Remember, tell your friends. Talk Beat Jones, we're now on Sundays from 9 to 10 a.m.
Alexa, open TV 33 Live. Alexa, open FM Detroit. Alexa, open FM Virgin Islands. Now you can listen to WHPR, TV 33, and WVIE on Amazon Echo. Don't miss a minute of your favorite shows. And find out how you can have your own show heard worldwide on Amazon Echo. For more information, go to FirestickTVNetwork.com or call us at 313-868-6612. The Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Has age finally caught up with you? Do you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney disease? Well, look and feel younger today. We discovered a new product that promotes appearance and joint issues by the way of collagen, HA, and other super ingredients, without injections. This product will significantly improve joint mobility, help with high blood pressure, kidney disease, and diabetes. It'll also help your skin as well. Call us now at 706-319-0255 or 313-885-4321.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and All right, we're back live on the Billy E. Jones Talk Beat Jones show, and I have Miss Agnes Hitchcock, so I won't take any time. Miss Agnes Hitchcock?
Yes.
Hit him up, hit him up. Don't be soft, don't be soft, don't be soft. Hit him up, hit him up, hit him up.
Nothing soft, Billy. Nothing. All right. The updates from the conference.
Oh, wait, before we do that, you were just talking about the charter.
The charter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had representation from the charter, of course. Charter Commission member Joanna Underwood, who is a fighter for the people,
Yes.
was here. And she continues her fight, and that's a wonderful thing. She reminds me of myself, so I really appreciate her passion.
Yes.
Really appreciate that.
Yes.
We had, back to the Charter Commission, what comes out of the charter for the people in the city of Detroit? Why?
Speak a little louder,
Charter.
Agnes. Speak a little louder.
Say that again?
Yeah, speak a little louder.
Okay. Why do we think that the charter was opened again? My opinion of why the charter was opened again is that there is always something more to do to the people of the city of Detroit.
Yes, ma'am.
It's tiring. It wears you out. That the charter is usually changed when some form of government is not going to benefit the people in the city of Detroit.
Yes.
What's taking place?
Mm-hmm.
The worst one is the part about what makes a city a city. We know that Cobo Hall was, it was Detroit. The Detroit Institute of Arts.
Yes.
That's Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
DOT. I don't know if many people remember DOT, Detroit Transportation. Just what makes Detroit Detroit. All of those things were included in our charter. People should think about Detroit just like any other form of government. When we pay taxes, the taxes are supposed to support us.
Yes.
The simple one that I find, that I think people don't understand, is that those dollars belong to us. Our children are supposed to benefit from our tax dollars.
Yes.
The people inside the city are supposed to benefit from the tax dollars.
That's right. That's right.
Residency, one that connects to residency. Residency.
Agnes, can I just do one thing real quick?
Sure.
I'm going to remember residency is where you are, but remember we talked about Cobo Hall. You mentioned Cobo Hall.
Yes.
Did we see what was going on with Cobo Hall back in the day when they had a very successful restaurant, pizza restaurant in that Cobo Hall, the black company that had been there for many, many, many years, and they made the move to get rid of them, and we didn't fight it?
Did we see it?
Yeah.
Yes, we saw it.
Yes.
We fought it.
Oh, did we?
We fought that.
Okay, I was kind of newish out here.
Well, maybe we didn't. Well, you know what? When it's decided to do something to the people in the city of Detroit,
Yes.
for whatever reason, it happens.
Yes.
We elect people to support us, defend our interests, look out for our interests, and all of those things. For some reason, the very people that we put into office thinking that they're going to look out for our interests,
Yes, ma'am.
it doesn't happen
Yes.
time and time again. So I'm sure that the person who had the pizza company in Cobo Hall
Yes.
supported a politician, probably donated to a politician campaign,
Mm-hmm.
and our elected officials knew what was going down in that case.
Yes.
But for some reason, they can go someplace like Mackinac Island, not Blackinaw, and be convinced that it's not in our best interest, no, not our best, in Detroit's best interest for a pizza company to be in Cobo Hall owned by a black person.
That's right. That's right.
The other example, here's one for you.
Okay.
Alonzo Bates. Alonzo Bates came to WHPR, which is now WHPS, and he was running for office, and the vote was coming up as to whether WHPR would be granted the privilege, same as 2, 4, 7, 9, 50, and 62, to be on Comcast without paying.
Wow.
Lonnie Bates was our card in that fight right there.
Okay.
We worked for him. We donated our money. We voted for him. And as soon as he got on council, he abandoned us.
Councilman Bates abandoning the people?
Abandoned our cause to get WHPR on the air with the same footing as the other stations that were on Comcast.
Wow.
And I remember his statement that that deal was already cut before I came. That's what started me thinking that we put you on council and you had a vote. A vote means that you can vote yes or you can vote no. So the reason we put him there was to vote yes to what we wanted, which was to have WHPR on the air at no cost. So he was our elected official to do that task, and he failed at it.
Well, I'm going to say this, and some folks that may be friends and family of Mr. Bates will throw a rock in my face when I say karma is a mother, huh? Because
Yeah.
Isn't he the one that went to jail for quite some time for other stuff that he was doing?
Sure,
So if they say karma is a mother,
it is.
mm-hmm. Now,
But that's the truth. That is what took place. He was
Okay.
not on council. He knew what we wanted. Oh, he came up to the station there, and I remember him being on a talk show, and he was so fierce about what he was going to do to help us. Somebody had to wrestle the mic out of his hand to stop him from talking, because he was going at it about how he was going to support the community, support the TV station, and all the good things that he was going to do for us.
well,
So
now,
the same thing with Cobo Hall
mm-hmm.
is we have elected officials that we put in place, and for some reason they smell. For some reason they smell and fail. So it goes to Cobo Hall, DIA, the water, the bus, the transportation,
and
everything like that,
and residency.
and residency.
Can you talk on further and pick it up from there?
Sure, thank you. Residency. It's important. even if Detroit is the only city in Michigan that had residency,
Yes.
we needed residency. We could go out to the different areas in the state, and people didn't have to, they just didn't hire our people. You know, they didn't have to, they just didn't choose us.
Family, we're listening to Miss Agnes Hitchcock of Call 'Em Out, the Supreme Warriors, who I'm talking to at this particular time. Continue, Mr. Hitchcock.
They didn't have to hire people from within the city of Detroit. So they always found a way not to.
Mm-hmm.
But in the city of Detroit, when we tried to protect ourselves from discrimination, we had residency. Residency simply was, in order to work in the city of Detroit, you needed to live here.
Yes.
So when residency was knocked down, that was a way for people outside the city of Detroit to come in, and for those who remained in the city of Detroit to leave if they so desired.
Yes.
We didn't so much mind people leaving, we just didn't want them taking our resources.
And
So when you knock down residency,
Mm-hmm.
resulted in an influx of people who were coming into the city of Detroit, making a living, taking our dollars back to whatever area they live in, uplifting their place, and feeding off of us.
And Agnes, also, didn't they do an influx of Section 8 housing in those suburban areas so that they could make sure that homes that those people have, that the state would pay for those persons' homes, bring people out of the Detroit area, place them there? Can you?
Absolutely. There are so many things. The Section 8 part, none of this stuff was by accident. It was deliberate.
Yes.
It was connected to so many things. For instance, they take over our school system. They take our money. And when we had so much money
Yes.
because we decided to tax ourselves in order to upgrade, uplift, modernize the school system.
I remember that.
When you take a school system and destroy it like that, that was the death knell for the city of Detroit.
And you're talking about, folks, who don't know, you're talking about a school system that had over 100,000+ children in the school systems. Please continue, Miss Agnes Hitchcock.
Thank you for, helping me stay on track.
Yeah.
The school system, when they started, I use a word, I call it messing around when I'm on the air. When
Okay.
they started messing around in our school system. We had 180, I'm going to say 162 to be modest, 162,000 students.
162,000 students, okay?
Sometimes I say 82, but
Okay.
it's only 20,000 difference. When they started in our school system, we had thousands of students anyway. You come through there and you start feeding kids rotten food with our money. You go buy the most inferior food there is on the market and sell it to our children. They're at school throwing up, diarrhea, all sorts of things. Some parents aren't going to stand for that. Others can't do any better. So you drive them out with inferior education, inferior food, excessive punishment, rules. You just working to drive the students out. You still can't get them all out for whatever reason, because some people have Detroit DNA in their blood.
That's right.
So
That's
they
right.
stay.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the point where you have to actually close schools in order to get people out of them. When you close a school in a neighborhood, you kill the neighborhood.
There you go. Yes.
My example is, think about what's outside your window. How many children do you have in your neighborhood?
Very few, Agnes. You know, you said it before, and I started taking note of that, and it's like, the school that was down, you see all these children every day, morning and going to school, parents walking the children to
Yeah.
school and going up and picking the children up, walking them home, etc. I see, well, the school is closed, and I see, very seldom do I see children now.
That's it.
And the neighborhood around the schools are dilapidated.
It's gone.
Yes.
See, when they were driving the children out, people had rental property, rental houses. They rented houses out to young people who had children in thriving neighborhoods where there were schools and whatever. So you close the schools, drive the children out. That leaves properties that are not rentable, that there's no people to rent those properties. When there's nobody to rent those properties, the landlord can't do upkeep and he can't pay taxes.
Right, right.
So that property is empty, the children are gone, the schools are closed. Okay, now another
But the
way.
children are not gone. They're bused to the other school systems. And that money that comes with those children now is going to those other school systems. Is that kind of correct?
Well, somewhat, yeah. Initially, they're bust because the parents are sort of like in shock.
Yes.
The school is closed. They don't know what else to do. They're still in a rented property, and the students are being bussed out. You start to make plans to find a neighborhood that still has a school.
Yes.
So you end up abandoning the neighborhood that you were living in.
Yes.
Okay, you abandon that neighborhood, leave empty houses that the landlord can't upkeep, pay taxes on. Then comes through the organized groups of looters. Then comes the squatters who squat in the property. It's steady going down. Landlord can't pay taxes, can't do repairs.
Yes.
And after the squatters come through, now we have the land looters. The squatters, the taxes weren't paid, the squatters were in, and then the land looters come. The land looters is the new pioneer crew in the city of Detroit.
Break it down, my sister. Break it down.
Something else comes to mind.
Okay.
And I haven't read it, I didn't find it, but one of my understanding is that if a pioneer, new Detroiter, buys a property at auction for whatever little amount they pay for it, they no longer have to go to court to evict the squatter. It's already written into their agreement that all they have to do is get a dumpster, back it up, scrape up whatever's in the property, and haul it off. So a charter doesn't seem to do the people in the city of Detroit.
Is that why sometimes those properties that are squatters, etc., are kicked out, that you come back and you look and you see where the property has been, been looted, it's been burned up, windows all broke out, doors are kicked in, stuff is taken out, where people come back and pull revenge on the owners or the people who put them out of those homes?
Sounds like a plan to me, but but you know what? It's to the point where it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Because now they are knocking the properties down and starting to build a brand new property off the blueprints from downtown. So it's turned full circle. Full circle.
Yes.
I had a couple of notes here.
We have about 6 minutes.
Okay. I want to thank the people who, El Marie Dixon and Lori Parks. They put a spread on for us that if you didn't come, you missed a good spread. And
Now
a
wait,
funny
for
thing,
those who don't understand a spread, see, we wanted, did y'all have a bed and they put a spread over the bed and look
no,
nice?
they laid out really good food. They brought
Food.
us. They catered in fried chicken,
Okay.
salad, a lot of fruit, just everything you need to have a good fellowship and to eat as much as you wanted to eat. And I did see some people who, they went through like a stack of plates. They ate especially good.
Lori Parks
So-
has a really a good heart.
Absolutely.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. So that was Lori Parks and El Marie Dixon and others who helped out with that.
Yes.
We had Hydrate Detroit, that was Miko. And we had the Legacy, who Miko Hydrate Detroit does the water bit, helps Detroiters whose water is shut off, get it back on, help get the bill paid, just do so many good things.
He's a wonderful young man. He's a fighter. He's intelligent.
Passionate.
And he understands tactics. I've watched him for many, many years. I've watched his growth. He is sincere. I'm sorry, I just wanted to kind of give a little piggyback on Miko.
Yep. Okay, and we also had Tahara here.
Mm-hmm.
Tahara is with the Legacy crew that is fighting that Thomas Jefferson exhibit at the Charles Wright Museum. Bernice Leatherwood was also with us.
That group there that they're talking with, the Thomas Jefferson, they're trying to make it act as though his relationship with his slave woman was, and I'm saying that this way because I know there's a name, but I'm just putting it that way.
Go ahead.
And all the children that she had for him was consensual. That was a lie. He was raping her. He was raping her, and they're going to try to put an exhibit to make it look like it was all good.
Yes, and sometimes the Legacy group is fighting against that.
Yes, ma'am.
But another thing about us is that we want people to like us.
Yes.
We're nice people.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind.
Yes.
We lean over backwards.
Mm-hmm.
We wait our turn. We suck it up. We suck it up all the time, thinking that somebody's going to finally respect us and treat us right.
Yes.
It never happens. So when they bring an exhibit to the Charles H. Wright Museum, it's just disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
It's in your face. They're telling you that you have no value. It's called gaslighting.
Yes.
You think that this woman was raped. No, she had a romantic relationship with the President of the United States of America, and you should be proud. That's called gaslighting.
But it's okay. And he was married.
Well, so what? But he loved her.
Uh-huh.
They want you to believe that this was a great thing, that this was a romance.
Yes.
That she was not subservient to him, that she was not his slave, that his children were not his slave. That is not true. We cannot have our children or our people believe in such horsepucky. We cannot do that.
Yes.
So the Legacy crew fights on. Of course, just like yourself, at WHPS, you give us great support. Sam Riddle always gives us great support. He gives us the opportunity to speak from his microphone.
And I admire Sam Riddle, and I'll just leave it at a point just like that. I admire Sam Riddle. He is truly a legend in our time. I just believe it like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So he's always supported Call Him Out, so he was there in attendance. And it was good for us to be able to get together and just network.
Mm-hmm.
We agreed that we need to work together more often. The good people need to work together more often.
I'm going to have to almost put a pin right there.
Okay.
But I need you to give your number, and I'm going to ask you. You see, there is so much that you have to offer that you can't put it into a package and say, well, here, we're going to do a half an hour, we're going to do an hour. We have to make this an ongoing, let the Call 'Em Out have a voice on the Billy Jones Talk Beat Jones show in the spirit of Mr. J.D. Hill. In case y'all don't know, you'll hear that name, and I will explain it to you some other time again. But we need to hear from you at least once or twice a month so the people have a chance and you have the opportunity to put various different things out for us to hear from you, the Call 'Em Out leader, because we need to get behind and unite behind a cause. And it's your voice that I respect. It's your voice that I listen to, Miss Agnes Hitchcock.
That would be my pleasure, Billy. And thank you and WHPRS, R.J. Watkins, and, of course, Mr. Tyler. And I certainly appreciate the offer and would be grateful to, do an update a couple of times a month.
I appreciate it. I'll call you and we'll work it out, which, as I can tell the family, do I call Miss Agnes and we discuss what we're going to talk about? No. How can I discuss anything with the woman herself? No, all I can do is listen like you. I'm listening for the Call 'Em Out message. I got to get off the air, but I want to thank you so very much, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Agnes
And
Hitchcock.
thanks to your listeners.
All right. We've got a great show coming up next. I am Billy E. Jones, Talk Beat Jones, and you stay tuned. Got a great show coming up next right here on WHPS. Call me, 313-412-3111. Text me, it's great or better. I've got to go. He's here. Mr. Applin is here. Great show. Great guy. Great presentation. Love this brother. All right. Am I gone? You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And